Hey, what's up, folks? It's the Tech Yeah Games After Show.
Welcome.
Welcome. I'm Tony here with my good friend Leo.
Leo, that's me.
We wanted to talk about today something exciting that happened to me this weekend.
Yeah, so we touched on this in the show, which if you haven't listened to it, highly recommend it. It was a good one. We, as usual, went all over the place, but we got some good stuff. Tony talked a little bit about his weekend. Mm-hmm. What did you do this weekend?
I went to Disneyland.
Ooh, Disneyland.
And namely, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Ooh, so this is like their new big, like,
it's a new, like, land. Yeah. And it's Star Wars land.
Gotcha. So there's, like, the Enterprises there, Kirk.
Yeah, Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, the whole thing.
The whole thing.
That would be awesome, actually.
But actually, what's cool about it is they have, like, a full-size Millennium Falcon there.
Oh, I've heard that, yeah.
They have an Imperial transport.
Ooh.
That Kylo Ren comes out of at one point. Just like, they have those, like, park attractions.
Yeah.
So at some point, like, steam comes out, the ramp lowers, and
that is kind of cool.
Stormtroopers come out, and then the officer comes out.
Yeah.
And then Kylo Ren comes down, it's cool. I wish it was Vader.
Yeah, I was about to say. I wonder why they went with Kylo Ren.
It's so funny because, the skit is the Stormtroopers come out, and then the officer comes out, and he's like, "Where's the spy? I gave you guys orders." And then, like, the steam comes, and you're like, like, Vader's coming. Dun, 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 and you're like, Vader's coming. And then you see, like, the black robe feet coming. You're like, yes! It's Vader. And then it's Kylo Ren. You're just like, oh, fuck this show.
I gotta get out of here. Go talk to Goofy.
But I will say, like, the land I thought was themed super cool.
Is that, like, Cantina themed?
Sort of. It's like a desert planet, kind of. It's sort of like Tatooine, but it's not Tatooine. It's Galaxy's Edge. It's like a Smugglers Village or whatever. And when you first walk in, it's kind of open, and you're like, oh, it's just kind of a land. But then there's this, like, market area that kind of looks like a bazaar, right? And so it's like all these kind of, there's stands where you can buy, like, robes, and, like, they have, like animatronic little, like, monster toys you can buy, that, like, move around and stuff. Yeah. And so they're all, like, in little, like, cages and stuff, and, like, the vendors are, like, holding them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, oh, do you want to hold it? And you're like, okay, like, like the food places have, like animals on skewers and stuff, like outside. So it looks, they try and theme it like these are, like, stores.
Yeah.
In the thing, and even, like, there's a place you can make your own droid, like custom droids, and they have, like, droid parts, like, on a conveyor belt above the roof going around, and, like, yeah, it's neat. I think the theming was really fun, really interesting. But the piece de whatever I try to say?
Piece de la raison.
Yeah, the Viva la Resistance.
Okay, that too.
Is the Millennium Falcon ride.
Oh, so it's a ride.
There's a ride, yeah. And so it's a Smugglers Run, I think it's called.
That was a PS2 game.
I'm really bad with names. I'm sorry. But what's cool about so the whole experience is cool, but so we went and it was surprisingly not busy. There's something going on at Disneyland where they made you, like, get reservations for this land to go, and it made it so a lot of people weren't, like, going to Disneyland to get in because they thought they couldn't go, and now it's open, and I feel like people still don't know because the park was not very busy.
Yeah.
Right. And so
especially this time of year, you'd think.
Yeah, summer Saturday I went, and the line was
weekend before 4th of July.
Yeah, the line was an hour, which is long, but not Disneyland long.
Yeah, that's short for Disneyland.
That's like the line for Star Tours is usually an hour.
Yeah.
So we go through the line, and you get to kind of this this kind of starting area, and they give you 6 cards, right? They hand them out to 6 people in your group, whoever those are, either the people you're with or additional people. And the cards are all one color, and 2 of them say pilot, 2 of them say engineer, 2 of them say gunner.
Yeah.
They take you to another room with a few different groups. And this is it's literally like the lounge area in the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, that's
It's got
cool.
the chessboard. It's got Luke's training droid. It's got all kinds of stuff in there. There's no line when you're at that point. They're like, just hang out. We'll call your color. People are kind of sitting on the benches, and everyone's just chilling in there and looking around. And it feels really cool. It feels like in the they do that thing where, like, the domes look like the Millennium Falcon hallways.
Yeah.
So you're
yeah. Simple stuff like that makes a huge difference.
It's huge. It feels so cool in there, right? Yeah. And so then they call your group, and they're like, okay, get on your spots. So there's like 2 pilot spots, and you stand there, and then this door opens, and it's a cockpit, right?
Nice.
With like captain seat, like 6 captain seats, 2 at the front for pilots, 2 in the middle for gunners, 2 in the back for engineers. They all have their own control panels and screens on them, right? And like their own sets of buttons. And you sit down, and it's basically like Star Tours-esque, right? Where it's a screen on the outside. I was a pilot, so I had a control stick that did up and down, right? And then I had the warp drive.
Nice.
Right?
The hyperdrive.
The hyperdrive. So I could pull us into hyperdrive, and I could move us up and down. The pilot next to me was left and right, and she had something else. I don't remember what her other button was. The engineers have like ship repair modules, and then like the harpoon gun to pull things in, and the gunners are just shooting the whole time. And it was super fun.
Yeah, I bet.
We were laughing and screaming literally the entire time. Like,
That's
it was
awesome.
so fun. We're crashing into everything. And it just really it really felt special, like having that door open and seeing the cockpit and sitting in the Millennium Falcon and flying that thing. Like, out of all the things in Star Wars and Disneyland and Star Wars Land that I saw, like that was just like, this is so. I was kind of out on Star Wars, to be honest. Like, going into this with the recent movies and all that stuff, I'm just kind of like, maybe I just don't like Star Wars anymore. But this was just like that kick where I was just like, this is so.
There's a reason we like Star Wars.
Yeah, this is so great, man. It was super good.
Oh, that's awesome. I remember growing up. We got the VHSs of Star Wars. My brother rented them, and he was like, "You got to watch these." I was like, "Okay, whatever." I was very young, and we watched all 3 in one night, and I was fucking mind blown. It was so good, and we bought them, and I remember watching probably one of them, maybe 2 of them every day for an entire summer. I got super into it. I started like downloading the blueprints of the ships and like learning all the names of all the aliens and the planets. I got really into it. And then same thing, as I've gotten older, I still have a fondness for it, but I do feel kind of disconnected. And I got really into Star Trek. Long story short, I was really into Star Wars, and that sounds fucking awesome. And it sounds like 14-year-old me, or even younger, however old I was, would have just been like, yes!
Yeah, it is. It's so great. And the land is really good. Like, they have stormtroopers walking around, and they have like voice changing boxes on, and they're like rude to everybody, know, and like pointing.
But not too rude.
Not too rude,
They're like, Disney rude.
They're Disney rude. Like, hey, or like.
They're not like, hey, you fucking pussy, get out of here.
No, it's like lines you'd hear from the movie, okay? Take it easy. They don't shoot anybody with blasters. You can also buy sodas and thermal detonators.
Oh, that's cool.
He's
holding a thermal detonator.
It's kind of a sellout move, but I also kind of loved it.
Yeah.
And Jedi robes.
Disneyland.
Jedi robes are $150. And they are not good Jedi robes.
Yeah.
And you can't wear them at the park.
It's Disneyland.
Yeah. You can't even wear them at the park.
Yeah, because you could be hiding like
what?
A lightsaber.
Oh, that's true. That's dangerous.
Which is $1,000.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Well, before we go, and while we're on the subject of Star Wars, I was wondering if maybe I could ask you a couple quick Star Wars questions to see how you do.
Okay, I am an expert.
You are?
Yeah. Oh. I went to Star Wars Land.
I was about to say you were just there. So these are probably pretty basic for someone who's really into Star Wars. These are just from my memory as a young man, so they're not going to be super hard. What does TIE Fighter stand for? What would the TIE in TIE Fighter?
That stands for tactical.
Nope.
I wasn't done.
Well, you're already wrong.
Terrestrial.
Nope. Is this annoying yet?
It's
getting there.
It stands for
okay, you don't
torpedoes.
Nope.
Inside engines.
That's why you got one of those words right, the last word.
Engine, yeah.
It's twin ion engine.
Oh, that's dumb. Mine was better.
I mean, Well, tell George Lucas.
George Lucas is a bad person.
So who is Dash Rendar? This is thematically appropriate for our show.
Rendar is the main protagonist from, was it Shadows of the Empire?
It is. Nice work. One of my first N64 games.
That was a great game.
It's
terrible.
Funny.
It's
actually not a great game, but yes, it was fun for the time.
For the air, it was great. I remember that level with there's the snow level with the stupid robot things. Is that?
They're not stupid.
Okay. What's the next question?
What's stupid about them?
That they're just like, they're like just kind of like you just run around and just shoot these like pop-up robots.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, and you said it was a bad game.
It's not a great game. It's a good game. It's just old. All right, one more. Fuck, I don't know if I know any other ones. I think that's all I got. Who's IG-88?
Use the Force, Tony.
Yeah. Use the Force.
IG-88 is he the other bounty hunter with the skinny robot head?
Yeah.
See, I actually don't know where he appears in Star Wars.
He's in Empire Strikes Back.
I just remember from the toy.
Yeah, that's what's funny. I think a lot of it is from toys.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the Star Wars extended canon is all just toys.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why it's so successful. Well, hey, listen, you got 2 out of 3. I think you're a Star Wars expert.
Yes. I have a Star Wars question for you.
Oh, God. Okay.
Who shot first?
Greedo.
No, Han shot first.
Oh, darn it!
You sell out.
I was towing the line.
You don't toe the line. How dare you? That was a dumb question. I'm sorry I made you do that.
Oh, that's fine.
Hey, thank you guys for watching. Check out Star Wars Land if you're in the area or if you're going on vacation. I know Disneyland's expensive. I'll put some little pictures up here so you guys can see them.
Yeah, we'd love to see them.
Some selfies. You know, me making kissy faces, eating Dole Whips.
In your Jedi robe and nothing else.
Gonna
want to see that, folks.
But we appreciate you guys watching. We're just gonna hanging out. Check out the episodes. Subscribe to the channel if you get the chance. And check out techyapodcast.com if you want to get out and reach out to us.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you as always.
We love you guys and go play some games.
Go play some games.